This is TechCrunch.
U.S. app uninstalls of ChatGPT's mobile app jumped 295% day over day on Saturday, as consumers responded to the news of OpenAI's deal with the Department of Defense, which has been rebranded under the Trump administration as the Department of War. This data, which comes from market intelligence provider Sensor Tower, represents a sizable increase compared with ChatGPT's typical day-over-day uninstall rate of 9%, as measured over the past 30 days. Meanwhile, U.S. downloads for OpenAI competitor Anthropic's Claude jumped up by 37% day-over-day on Friday and 51% as of Saturday, after the company announced that it would not partner with the U.S. Defense Department. Anthropic said it was not able to agree on the deal terms over concerns that AI would be used to surveil Americans and be used in fully autonomous weaponry, which AI is not yet ready to do safely. A set of consumers seemingly favored Anthropic's position on the matter, the data suggests. In addition, ChatGPT's download growth was impacted by the news of its DoD partnership, with its U.S. downloads dropping by 13% day over day on Saturday, shortly after the news of its deal went public. Those downloads continued to fall on Sunday, when they were down by 5% day over day. Before the partnership was announced, the app's downloads had grown 14% day over day on Friday. These rapid changes were also reflected in Claude's App Store ranking, as the app hit number 1 on the U.S. App Store on Saturday, where it continues to sit as of Monday, March 2nd. That's a jump of over 20 ranks compared with roughly a week before. Consumers are also sharing their opinions about OpenAI's deal in the app's ratings, where one-star reviews for ChatGPT surged 775% on Saturday, then grew 100% day over day on Sunday, Sensor Tower said. 5-star reviews declined during the same period, dropping by 50%. Other third-party data providers back up Sensor Tower's findings. App Figures, for instance, noted that Claude's total daily U.S. downloads on Saturday surpassed those of ChatGPT for the first time. It also saw the U.S. downloads of Claude increase, but its estimates put that figure even higher, by 88% day over day on Saturday. On Monday, Stripe released a preview of a new feature that could help AI startups solve the problem of passing through the underlying costs of AI model usage to their customers. Stripe's feature, however, goes even further than just passing through the costs of the tokens. It allows startups to charge a markup percentage on token usage. So a company can, for instance, charge an automatic 30% above the cost of the tokens that the startup will pay the model maker. As Stripe described it, say you're building an AI app. You want a consistent 30% margin over raw LLM token costs across providers. Billing automates the process. The billing feature lets the startup pick the AI models it uses. It tracks the API prices of those models. It then records the customer's token usage and applies the profit margin markup automatically. As we've previously reported, there are a variety of ways that AI startups are charging for their wares. Many of them charge tiered monthly subscriptions that have usage rate caps. Once those are hit, the subscriber may be charged more for exceeding the limit. For instance, Cursor last year changed the pricing on some of its tiers from unlimited use to rate-limited usage, with fees for extra consumption on top. Without a usage cap, users could run up big bills for a startup with the model makers and force the startup to operate in the red. This is especially acute for agentic startups. The more their customers use their agents, the more tokens they consume from the underlying model provider, be that OpenAI, Google Gemini, Anthropic, or others, making pricing and business model decisions especially critical. Stripe has also introduced its own AI gateway, a tool that gives users access to multiple models, letting them choose the best one for the job. But the billing tool also works with third-party gateways that are already popular, like those offered by Vercel and OpenRouter, according to a tweet by a Stripe product manager. There are, of course, other startups offering AI model cost management features with their own gateways. OpenRouter, for instance, which grants access to over 300 models, charges a flat 5.5% markup over the token fees for its first-tier plan and offers budget controls, too. Stripe is not currently charging its own markup on the gateway. its product manager said on X. The feature, however, is still in waitlist mode. Either way, if Stripe can help startups easily turn tracking and billing for this expense into a profit maker, it could be a game changer. Stripe did not immediately respond to a request for comment on when the feature may be generally available. That's all for now. Check back tomorrow for more tech news from TechCrunch.